So, Taurus and Cancer season. So, every time I see, like, I have a lot of Taurian friends, and I think because the fact that you guys are earth based, but you're kind of like, the way I describe you guys as being more of the green man of earth. So, like, if I were to describe like Virgos, for me, Virgos is more of like the structures that are built around, on a more natural way. Like it's like when the ants actually, build their little like caves and stuff like that. They're like, or not caves, they don't build caves, but like they build their little holes, little ant hills and things like that. It's the structures you put up. It's the organization of how things are to happen. um and Virgos in that way are very sort of straight line, and they are very sterile, and that sort of like not getting situations sort of contaminated, and stuff like that. You guys are more of like the working with the earth and tilling the soil and making things happen, and sort of really paying attention to the intricacies of how nature works. And that's the kind of earth that I see you guys as. And so I think because you guys are that sort of earth, a lot of times people forget the fact that you're also a big ass bull at the same time. I think you forget that you're a big ass bull at the same time. And so how do we learn to toe the line then? To toe the line, to conform to situations and to people's expectations. A lot of times, because you guys would rather just be working with the earth, it is like you guys decide to try to make yourself small as fuck. Like, I'm gonna make myself so small, the smallest I can, because if I make myself small, they can't get to me. And the problem is that they're still going to be looking over in the corner like, that big ass bull is still here. Like, there's no way you can make yourself as small as possible. You can't. You're like, oh, I'm a table now. No, it doesn't work that way. And so I think that through this Cancerian season, um, you guys are going to have to either learn to not toe the line, or you're going to end up in a situation where a lot of this Cancerian season with the eclipses and the Mercury retrograde is going to be a lot of resistance to you trying to be smaller. And in actuality, the universe is like, there's just no way. I didn't make you that way. It's not going to happen. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle cards and put some out, and then we're going to get into the actual reading itself. All right, hold on. Okay, first of all, I'm shook, y'all, because this whole time I've been watching these tarot readers and they are able to like actually display their cards. And I'm like, how are they doing that? And apparently to tilt your screen down. Okay. Um, at least we're learning, right? Okay, so here's what we got. And you can see it very clearly, so I don't have to actually really like hold these cards up for you. So we have the Queen of Songs in reverse. We have the Fool of Flames, the Ace of Spirits, the Fool of Spirits. So a lot of air energy. We have the Victory in reverse, and we have the Queen of Earth in reverse. So let me explain. The Queen of Songs in reverse. So there is somebody that you have had around you that you hold really high admiration for. Really, really high admiration for. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, but it's someone that you really you respect and probably have respected for a while. Um, and unfortunately, you've given them just way too much power. You've given them way too much credit. In fact, you may be holding them on a higher pedestal than they really deserve to be on. The and almost and what I'm kind of sensing is like the way that people I don't mean to be offensive to anybody who's religious, but I'm just saying it's like how people sort of have like preachers and things like that in their church, and how those preachers they think are infallible until they actually do something that's horrific, or not even horrific, just very human. And then all of a sudden, it's almost like the fall that those preachers take is a lot farther than it would have if you would have seen them as human to begin with. And so it's kind of one of those things. It's that sort of admiration towards this person. It's like they finally prove that they're human, when they finally prove that they're fallible, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Excuse my French. It's gonna hurt like a mother freaker. I don't know how to fix that. Anyway, so we have the Ace of Spirits. So this is going to mean that the Fool of Flames basically is everything's about to kind of go a little bit haywire, if it not hasn't already, with this particular person. And or it could even be a job, or like a I'm hearing internship training sort of thing. Things don't look the way that you thought they looked. They looked that way because you were kind of looking through rose colored glasses, not because they were actually that way. We have the Ace of Spirits. And so a new beginning is going to start. A new beginning always precedes kind of an ending of things. And so the Ace of Spirits is saying like a new beginning is going to start, but it's going to be sort of a new beginning where it's not necessarily stabilized. In fact, it's the Ace of Spirits and the Fool of Spirits, which is really funny because the um the the Fool of Spirits is zero. It's the kind of infinite possibilities, whereas this is a new beginning. So the new beginning, infinite possibilities of this new beginning, basically where you're going to go and what you're getting ready to do and where you're getting ready to move to. A lot of people are going to move. Is there is no set sort of um how do I say this? It's going to be really hard for me to tell you exactly like what's going to happen, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, what's going to happen, things like this, because there's so much open-ended possibility. It's almost like a really fresh, clean slate start. It's like whatever happens next is really up to you. It's up to you because you've given your power to this particular person, and now you're taking your power back during this Cancerian season, Mercury retrograde and eclipses. It's like a whole like I might as well just put that on the title, like Cancerian season, Mercury retrograde, eclipses, summertime, hashtag, like anyway. And so you guys are gonna have this fresh start. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of healing that's gonna have to be involved in this fresh start too. You see this kind of like bird figure is a little bit has like an outline, like a skeleton, like there's a lot of potential inside of them. So it's like almost like they are alive, but it's almost like you're looking at x-ray vision of it. And so you're not really seeing the full picture yet. You're seeing the skeleton, you're seeing the bones, you're seeing the structure, the possibilities of things that could be, but you're not really seeing the full picture yet. So, breathe. So anyway, so there's a new beginning getting ready to start. I already said that. And so what I'm seeing here is we have victory and we have the Queen of Earth, and they're both in reverse. I don't feel like this necessarily means that these things are going to be an illusion or anything like this. The victory in reverse with the Queen of Earth in reverse is telling me that basically where you're getting ready to go or where you're getting ready to be, it's going to be such a new start that it's going to be like learning new skills, doing new training, learning about somebody that maybe you have never dated before. Um, it's about it's like you're so kind of away from where this was, maybe even making new friends that perhaps you wouldn't have had before, or made before. You're so far away from whatever this energy was that you're just kind of like ready to cut loose and start something completely different. You do not want to go through the same cycle again that you were in, which is actually what how the eclipse season is actually going to serve you, is like you're going to be going through this stage of like, I don't want to do the same. We're not going to do the same crap we were doing before. Like 2007 crap can't go into 2019, 2020 crap. Like it just can't. I'm not into it anymore, you know? And so the victory card in reverse with the Queen of Earth in reverse is basically saying like, it's going to take some time to build. And you need to be like really receptive to that. You need to understand like this is going to take some time to build. You cannot expect that it's going to happen overnight, or that you're going to learn people overnight, and that you're not going to and that you're just never going to have any of the same issues, because there's always residual energy when you leave a situation you've been in for a really long time. Or you can't act like, like you're just kind of you can't act like you're in the same place you were, because you're not. But at the same time, don't expect that things are just going to, like, you're gonna be famous overnight. It doesn't work like that. It just does not work like that. So bottom of the deck, I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here too. Bottom of the deck in reverse, we have the devil in reverse. For me, what I'm seeing is this is actually I know you're an earth sign, and sometimes you can get caught up on earth based things such as structures, but you guys aren't Virgos. Remember, you're Tauruses. You guys work more with earth. Um, I feel like the devil card in reverse is telling me that, like, you need to remember that you're free. You need to remember that whatever this was, as painful as it may have been to get through it, was ultimately leading to your own freedom. Because you were trying to be small as fuck. You were trying to, you were trying to conform, to toe the line, to really kind of go away from your own nature. And your own nature is that you are somebody who would do well being more in kind of a setting where you're tilling soil, and not necessarily literally as a metaphor, something that you're building, perhaps even creatively, creative projects, being a CEO, investing in something, starting something that requires you to actually have to, like, till the soil and actually build something. And so whatever it is this is that you left, good riddance, because this is ultimately leading to your greatest version of liberation. So I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and let me put this up. Ooh. And I will talk to you guys during Leo season. I'm a Leo, so Leo season. Shoulders. Bye.